Welcome to Vantage Points, where we bring you the latest news from Indonesia. Let's get into today's top stories. Good evening. An Australian man is facing the possibility of the death penalty tonight after being arrested in Bali on serious drug charges.
According to Australian news, 43-year-old Australian Lamar Aaron Achi was taken into custody last week after Indonesian authorities intercepted 2 packages containing more than 1.7 kilograms of cocaine. The drugs were shipped from the United Kingdom and Thailand and disguised in sealed plastic bags. Customs officers in Denpasar flagged the parcels and worked with narcotics police to carry out a controlled delivery. Achi was arrested at a rented villa in the popular tourist area of Canggu, where he accepted the packages. Inside the home, officers found drug paraphernalia, including digital scales and packaging equipment. Authorities say the cocaine could have been distributed into more than 2,600 individual doses, with a street value of more than 12 billion rupiah. That's around 1.1 million Australian dollars. According to investigators, Lamar told police he was instructed by someone he referred to as boss, who offered him 50 million rupiah, about $5,000 Australian, to distribute the drugs locally. Lamar is now facing charges under Indonesia's strict narcotics laws. If convicted, he could be sentenced to life imprisonment or death by firing squad. The Australian government has confirmed it is offering consular assistance, but officials warn that it cannot interfere in another country's legal proceedings.
I'm not sure who figures out the pricing and the dosages for these drug busts, but I'm guessing yesterday's price is not today's price. In a report from Tribune Pontianak, Indonesia's President Prabowo Subianto has stated that the country may recognize and establish diplomatic ties with Israel if Palestine's sovereignty and independence are acknowledged. This assertion has received support from the Indonesian Ulama Council, albeit with a focus on Palestinian independence.
Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto stated after a recent visit from French President Emmanuel Macron, "I reiterate that we must also acknowledge and guarantee Israel's right to stand as a sovereign nation and a nation that should also be considered and whose security is guaranteed." He stated that Indonesia would recognize and establish diplomatic relations with Israel if the latter acknowledged the sovereignty and independence of Palestine. Prabowo's statement has now received support from the Indonesian Ulama Council, MUI, Indonesia's top Islamic scholars body. However, Sudarnoto Abdul Hakim, head of the MUI's International Cooperation Relations Department, emphasized that the MUI's support was not intended as a pro-Israel movement, but because the government continues to support Palestine's pursuit of independence. Sudarnoto explained that the essence of the struggle to defend Palestine is to liberate the Palestinian people from Israeli colonization. He stressed that if Palestine is independent, Israel should also withdraw its troops from Gaza and return every inch of land forcibly seized. On the other hand, the MUI also noted that even though Prabowo intends to establish diplomatic relations with Israel, Indonesia must continue to uphold international law. Sudarnoto stated that Israel must still be punished in accordance with international law. In addition, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu must also be forcibly arrested in accordance with the ICC's orders for crimes against humanity committed in Palestine.
Although a big statement coming from the president of the world's most populous Muslim nation, the idea of both countries agreeing to the terms of this proposal is far off. Several Honda dealerships in Indonesia's major cities have permanently closed, citing a shift to Chinese brands and new business strategies. However, Honda assures continued customer services and eyes expansion beyond Java.
CNBC Indonesia brings us this story. Honda Prospect Motor has confirmed that several dealers in major cities have permanently closed. The reasons range from new business strategies, from dealer partners to consumers switching to Chinese brands. However, Honda emphasizes that customer services such as maintenance, warranty, and spare parts are still operational. Consumers can still access services from other dealers in the region. Honda's current focus is on expanding to areas outside of Java to broaden the market and strengthen the national network. This dealer closure is referred to as part of business dynamics. Some of them are now reportedly switching to selling Chinese car brands. Honda claims to be open to change and ready to face future business challenges.
Surely Chinese EVs are not affecting Honda's grip on the motorbike market in Indonesia. However, China's innovations regarding EV cars is definitely being felt worldwide. The Singaraja Immigration Office is currently investigating 3 foreign nationals suspected of misusing their elderly residency permits to manage a villa in Indonesia.
The Immigration Office in Singaraja is currently investigating 3 foreign nationals who are suspected of misusing their residency permits. These 3 individuals, all over 60 years old, are believed to be running a villa in the Karangasem district, despite their visa permits being for elderly residents. The head of the Singaraja Immigration Office, Hendra Setiawan, explained that his office recently conducted the Bali Becek immigration operation, which took place from the 19th to 21st of May 2025. This operation targeted pockets of foreign nationals in the jurisdiction of the Singaraja Immigration Office. During the operation, the task force found 3 Australian nationals suspected of misusing their limited stay permits. According to Hendra, the permits they were given, these foreign nationals shouldn't be running a business. Generally, foreign nationals use this visa to spend their retirement in Indonesia. Holders of this visa are not allowed to carry out activities that generate income, whether through work or business, he clarified on Sunday, 25th of May, 2025. Regarding these findings, the immigration authorities are still making efforts to gather evidence. Officers are investigating posts on social media and customers who have stayed at the villa allegedly managed by these 3 foreign nationals. We are still gathering evidence while also monitoring their activities. Statements are based on evidence from social media and customers, as well as how they promote the villa. If proven guilty, of course, the penalty will be deportation, he emphasized.
Let's hope that was the last 3 foreigners engaging in his type of illegal activity. In a recent development, the OPM forces under Commander Ananias Ataminan claimed an attack on an Indonesian military base, reportedly housed within the Oxok Ephesus Church. Verification of these claims is currently underway.
The OPM, or Free Papua Organization, under the command of Commander Ananias Ataminan, attacked the Indonesian military in the courtyard of the Oxok Ephesus Church, according to the OPM Facebook account. The church is suspected of being used as a military post in the Oxok district of Papua. In the attack, the OPM claimed to have successfully shot multiple Indonesian military personnel, although that report has not been confirmed. The OPM's Eastern Star Defense Command has opened a battlefield against the Indonesian military in Puncak. Therefore, the OPM and its leaders stated that the war will continue until Papua is independent. Brought to you by Tribune X News.
That wraps up our coverage for today. If you found this report informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update.